Hi there. So here's another parent video for some different things you can work on at home. I'm excited here in just about 2 weeks to get to meet with each of you and go over all the awesome things that your kids have been doing and learning and growing. Super excited of all the growth that I've already seen in just the first 8 weeks of school. Well, this is week 9. We're end of the quarter tomorrow, which is so hard to believe. But you guys have been amazing to work with so far. I'm excited for the rest of the year because the kids, the growth that I was talking about, they have already begun to do rhyming words. Almost everybody has those, and we didn't when we started. So thank you for working on those things at home. We have successfully begun to hear beginning sounds. A lot of times we'll tap beginning, middle, end, or have them, if you see them doing this, we have our rubber bands and we stretch our words and push them together. The other way I have them do is go, so they're crossing the midline, so their arm comes across the beginning, middle, ending sound, and then they push the word together. It helps if you put movement. Music and movement puts things into long-term memory. So I'm always having them do something when we're working with our words. So they're getting beginning sounds. They're doing really good. Syllables. Most of them are even getting syllables down, understanding that words have parts. And so the duck lips that I've talked about before, when you say kindergarten, and how many times that's a hard one because there's a lot of syllables, but their names is what we started with. There's a lot of 2 and even 3 syllable names in our class. Those are great ones. So keep working on those things. Something, if your kiddo has rhyming words, they have beginning sounds, they have syllables down, start working on ending sounds. You want to be able to hear what's at the end. That's a totally different skill, and it's kind of a progression. So the same idea, phonemic awareness, you can do it in the dark. You don't need any tools. Do it in the car, in the grocery store line, at home. So ending sounds is another one to work on. And something that's been really hard for them in doing their first quarter testing, nobody got 100% at all. Even my couple that are starting to read or are reading, this was hard. Spoken word. So spoken word is a phonemic awareness skill where they understand what you're saying. Each word is it's a word. The difference between a letter, a word, sound, we're starting to do those kind of things. So on spoken word, so if I said, I like the school, 4 words. But if I said, I like the table, a lot of them would go, I like the table, and say it's 5 words. Well, table's 1 word, obviously, but it has more than 1 syllable. So that's the part we're learning about syllables and parts of words versus a whole word. An easy way to practice this is have them walk the words. Have them take a step for each word in the sentence. You say a simple sentence, they repeat it. Then they repeat it while they walk it. And so then they can start to feel it and see it, like use their name for things, especially if they have a 2-syllable name, because they understand, well, if I use Karsten, they understand that Karsten is 1 word, usually their name. So just have them step outwards. Karsten is cool. And if they go Karsten, or if they say, 2 steps, wait a second, is that 2 words? And just question them, ask them, so they start to put it together. Think of different things that have 2 and 3 syllables at the most. It doesn't have to be really long syllabic words. So that's something that you can practice at home. If you need to, use little Matchbox cars or little chips or their food that they can push one up in front of them for each word that they say. So there's something that they can see and move when they do it. So it's not just their words here. It will help them to be able to move an object. So that's why I was saying walk the words, because they're moving their body to do it. Other than that, we are also working on stretching our words so that we've got that beginning sound down. We're working on the ending sound, working on taking the whole word and stretching it out. At, cat, and being able to hear it. A lot of times I'll say a sound, a word with sounds saying p, and they'll repeat it, p, and they can do that part, but they don't hear map. yet. And that's a pretty developmentally normal skill, but the more they practice it, the easier it'll get, and their brain will start to adjust and be able to do those kind of things. So those are great ways that you guys can practice at home and keep them moving forward and making new paths in their brain. Thanks for working with me.